Hello and welcome back to the ROG CSGO tournament. We are one game in already. It was LDLC coming out on top of
Two games actually, just one game on stream.
Well, yeah, one game on the stream, yeah. And we're gonna be getting the winner match of the Group A here. It's gonna be LDLC playing against pro100, and yeah, obviously the first one, LDLC, really showing that they've been ready and willing in this tournament, showcasing a much better game than Yumi was able to do. Very interesting. This is the first time I'm seeing pro100 really play. So obviously the CIS region has been a hot potato recently, obviously through what the major had to offer, for example. So be interested to see if we have another good team that's coming up here.
I'm sure the CS team will have no issue with that team owned by ASUS becoming really good. I mean, that's not a consideration at all in the current climate. But let's see. I think pro100 have been, steadily improving, playing online. Haven't attended that many tournaments. I think they were at the CIS minor. That's about it. So this match is going to be played on Cobble. LDLC is going to start on Terrace side. Both of these teams actually played Inferno in the opener, and each of them had a 12-3 first half on the Terrace side. So the first round matchup really offered no resistance for either one of these teams. I mean, admittedly, LDLC did play against a much tougher opponent, at least on paper. The Fiends of Conquer, not necessarily a very known team, though they are one of the teams who made it through the online qualifier instead of iGame, who somehow tragically managed to miss.
What's going on there?
Have
you been talking with the old dogs, Aslak or Basic on what's going on in that camp?
Well, Basic's far out, so he wouldn't know anymore.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
He's gone.
Is he?
He's gone.
Who's playing instead of him?
Twista, of course.
Is he?
Of course.
So from an old dog to an even older dog, why not?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Why not? Man, I was looking forward to seeing Basic play.
Yeah, I was too, and then I realized he wasn't gonna get good because I don't know why.
Because he used to grind this game like, well, obviously 1.6, I mean, but still, like, he used to be like,
yeah, he still did, but it just wasn't enough. Grinder. That's the problem. Yeah. He just couldn't make it work.
He was too far away from, or had spent too much time away from the game. Apparently, we're the iconic duo. Yeah, I mean, that's true. We are very iconic. Well, one other judge here. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to expect from pro100, really. Most of these players are not some guys that I've seen much of, but just judging from like the past, like we alluded to a little bit before the first game went live, is that you never count out teams coming from the Ukraine or Russia, because they always possess a lot of individual skill. Usually they show us more on the team play side and how to play together, how to play mid rounds and stuff like that. Things that LDLC obviously is very good at, as we've seen so far in this tournament.
Yeah, I think these should be two teams that play a somewhat similar style, both of them. Curious to see whether pro100, which by the way is the original name of the very first good team that Zeus and Edward used to play in,
way back
that we beat at a Russian tournament in 2007. That's 11 years ago now.
High fives for that.
Anyway, I'm curious to see whether they play at all like Zeus's teams, which is obviously a very distinctive, tactical, very slow execution, walking into sites kind of play. So we'll see what Pro9 have in store for us in terms of playing style.
Obviously, someone like Zeus will have very limited time on helping these guys on the playing field, but I'm sure they've had a couple workshop days where they've gone through some of the basics and fundamental things of how he likes to play in Counter-Strike, and then try to implement it into these guys as well. At least try to help him out wherever he can. But obviously, with how fast-paced and how many tournaments a team like Navi has, it's going to be very rough for him to have a lot of time to help him out on the servers.
Well, especially because Navi do have quite a bit to work on themselves. It's not like they're a finished product that,
no alpha.
Zeus can spend a lot of time.
Yeah, they're alpha version, everyone except for Simple, basically.
Pretty much. I think Edward's actually gotten quite good again, but that's about it, unfortunately. There's still quite a lot of problems to work out for the rest of them. Flamey had that one huge game on Mirage against QBF. I'd also like to alert production that we've had a quite loud buzzing noise in our ears since we went live this time around. It'd be fantastic if we get that sorted out.
I like a bit of static in my ears. I've been half deaf the past week, so I'm pretty happy I can hear something.
Listen, this static is exactly like when you first feel a plane in turbulence move a little bit, because you just know there's like a massive like coming up within like 5 seconds. This is what it sounds like. I'm just waiting for something to blow up in my ear.
Well, let's hope it doesn't, though. Let's hope it really does not. I believe we have most of the players on the server, so it's a good sign. It's a good sign of things to get underway. As I say that, though, it's not actually true. People are actually DMing. There's a lot of bots here. Never mind, there actually are players here, but so are bots. I would prefer seeing them kicked out of the server so we can get this thing going.
Also, static noise, please, please.
Love me a little bit of static in my ears. It's great. Good stuff.
So LDLC are still set up on the same seats that they just played on the previous game. Pro100 played the previous game in the tournament area just about, I don't know, 100 feet to the right. So they're the ones who have had to reset up and move over to the stage for this game.
Yeah, so LDLC definitely, it is a slight advantage. It's not going to be a massive difference. Depends on the individuals, whether or not, they get, if it affects them having to move to a different environment, but it's a slight advantage there.
And these teams have never played each other before, so in that sense, it is on uncharted territory.
I just felt ready.
Let's see.
I'm ready.
Looks like everybody is ready, so maybe
I'm ready. Well, how about you?
We can get this.
I think everyone is ready.
This party on the road.
Production, we're all ready. Let's go. Let's get this party on the road. Game of Counter-Strike, please.
Dun 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 dun.
But obviously a lot more to Counter-Strike to look forward to later in the day, as we have Group B coming after this, where we will be seeing teams like Hovel, for example, playing. But now, it appears we are actually live. The game's about to start. And it is going to be pro100 on that CT side and LDLC getting the T side start. Usually slightly favored the T side is Cobblestone. So I'd expect the Frenchmen to have the advantage to start things off here. There is a smoke and flash for Existence. Everyone else just opted to go for armors. Maniac has a P250 drop to him.
There's a classic terrorist side pissed around. LDLC are hoping for someone to peek side hole aggressively.
Yeah, nothing happening though. Very, very passive right now from pro100.
Not getting anything out of this early setup for now.
Well, what's going on now?
Unfortunately, whoever's in charge of the account for the Finnish TV channel,
I'm gonna blame Wabbit just because why not?
Chose. Well, he is a game legend according to Finnish media.
Yeah,
so
he is a
so there's that
massive pro gaming legend.
I mean, in the future, I would like that if we do get a government-funded agency to come here and broadcast games, they'd not ruin the actual games. That would just be fantastic.
Is that too much to ask? It's not too much to ask.
That would just be fantastic. Thank you. So we are live again. Nothing given out in that pistol round, luckily, because both teams played very passive setups, and it looks like LDLC are going to be running the same thing. They're sending 3 people to the far right in middle with a head stack, just kind of hoping for someone from pro100 to push through. So you see Maniacs boosted up. They're just baiting for someone to push through and try to flank the 2 terrorists, specifically Existence, who's waiting by Dragon Lore. So that's what they're going for. Yep. No aggression from pro100. They've got 1 player playing by connector. Crush is on the B platform, spotting it aggressively. It looks like Kenzor is joining him up there. Flarich, who's the top-rated player on this team, has been the top fragger in the last months.
Yep, and
right now LDLC are slowly moving towards the A side from the side hole for their players.
We have,
and the push is gonna come here from here any second. We got Flarich now on top of the A side. His teammate Ivian just spotted the players coming out of side hole. Maniac, who had the P250 drop to him, goes down early. Alex trades the kill. And 2 quick kills coming from LDLC, from Existence and Toinu, and now they have control of the side, and the bomb's going to be planted.
Yeah, indeed. It's Kenzo and Crush here last in a 2-on-3 situation. a lot to work for because 100 HP on each of the LDLC players as well. They're well positioned as well, so as long as LDLC doesn't overextend, try to peek too much, they should be in a very good position. As Devil gets a kill on Crush to ult down to Kenzor, was already looking to save the kit and the armor he has. So I'm pretending to be a monitor stand here, by the way, just so I can see the actual preview. Be great.
So Kenzor's got to be able to save this gun pretty easily. First round for LDLC. Fairly convincing, I would say. Not a lot of danger after those initial kills. And we'll see if pro100 go for the force buy. They saved the, and they are going for the force buy. So Kenzor saved his kit and body armor. So that's something to work with. Ivan's, Ivan?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's got a mag 10. Everybody else is on upgraded pistols. And LDLC just aggressively splitting up towards the middle area, just waiting for a push. Devil by himself currently holding back towards B.
Yep.
But three CTs in the middle area, which is where LDLC seem to be going.
Most of the money being spent here from pro100. There's Mac 7 here on Ivan, or Ivan. Let's just call him Ivan, whatever. It's the first kill coming in the way of pro100 as well. That middle stack working wonders, but a trade from LDLC. Are they going to have another? Nope, it's going to be pro100, but now the trade comes in. 3-on-2 situation, LDLC decides to slow things down. Pretty much two options you have there. It's either just full on and try to take cover the bomb site straight away, or hold. And that hold is going to pay off as Maniac gets another one. But Ivan's still here in a position to try to get some cheeky kills. But it's going to commit to the cost and try to peek down, but realizing he has the mag 7. And now he knows the position of two players. He's going to push in, gets that kill. Comes a 1-on-2, but is getting flanked. He has no idea there's a guy here in the connector. It's going to be Devil getting that kill. And LDLC coming out on top.
It looked a little dangerous early on in the middle, but then LDLC did a good job of trading those kills fairly fast after losing two players. Existent taking over a lot of control in the middle. Killed the one guy coming through connector, and at that point pro100 really had nothing to go for as Devil just walked into B and got the flank coming from there. pro100 going for the aggressive middle push now. See if they can catch anyone off guard. Unfortunately not. They're going to be sandwiched right there in between the doors.
Yep.
And it's going to be the first weapon arm. Ivan has bought an AUG. I wonder if that's on purpose. You don't see that every day. Let's see. No ops currently for either of these teams. LDLC with 2 Mac 10s, 3 AKs, and 4 M4s for the CT side, but not a crazy amount of utility. It looks like surely it's going to be a fast B push with the Mac 10s in hand, and that's exactly what LDLC is going to be doing now. Devil gets the first entry with the Mac 10 just running through the smoke. Maniac burns Kenzor alive by Chicken Coop, and it's just going from bad to worse for pro100, who are down 2 players, have no site control, and LDLC are getting the bomb down. Flarge with a nice headshot on the Maniac, makes it doable. He spots Toinu, but also takes some damage himself. Definitely needs to make something happen here. He also spots a player, so now they know where 2 of the terrorists are. Smoke coming in for the site. Unfortunately for the CTs, Alex hits the headshot. That's going to force the last pro100 player, Flarge, to save his gun. 4-0 LDLC. Good call from them. I like the fact that they kept the Mac 10s, used that for an aggressive push into the site, and that was just an easy kill for Devil, running through the smokes and flashes, getting the opener. And at that point, once Kenzor burned alive by Chicken Coop, there was nothing pro100 could do. Tons and tons of money on LDLC now, and this is a commanding start to the winners game in Group A. All of their players, except for Existence, at about 7 grand or more in cash. So lots of room to work with now. Some upgraded pistols, actually for everybody. Upgraded pistols, couple armors, and Flyer just saved gun for this round. And Existence sends his troop for another fast B push. First kill coming from Existence. That's a second kill again. It's a 5v3, and LDLC have completely taken control of the B side. pro100 now falling back towards A, just trying to save the N4 of Flarich. Two of his players, Ivan and Def, just sort of staying back, trying to slow down the terrorists from chasing their sole M4 down as LDLC otherwise should, given their full money control. But it's not an ideal start for pro100, to say the least.
It's definitely not. Again, just hoping to have that M4 saved for the round. And all the utility, the kit he has, just Flarich. How do you pronounce that name? Flarich? Flarich?
Flarich?
Flarich?
I just assume it's the same pronunciation as people from Serbia, which is itch.
Fair enough.
So I have no clue. Someone correct us on Twitter. We don't know what we're doing.
We definitely don't. We're just two faces talking here. And trying to see from the preview monitor. Life ain't easy at assembly sometimes. But we make it work. We make it work.
Okay, so this is now the actual full proper buy round for pro100. They didn't have that much money on the fourth round because of the force buy on the second. Now Ivan's got an op. They have all the utility in the world, and as such, LDLC are no longer going for a rush, knowing that the CTs have a lot of utility to at least slow that down. Last round, there wasn't a whole lot they could do. LDLC is sending 3 players towards the side hole, towards A, currently, but just holding back for now, as two of their players, including Devil, who's still playing towards B, are making noise in that area. But it doesn't look like that's stopping pro100 from rotating more towards A.
Yeah. Well,
fortunately, Ivan just missed a flash that would have allowed Flarich to clear middle. He's playing a very passive angle, surprisingly so, considering how early into the round it is.
Yep, slowly LDLC taking over that side hall. They've isolated it, gone through the stairs as well, so they know now that pro100 is playing passively. Now it seems like, though, LDLC just decides to go back towards the B bomb side, but it might be a fake since the bomb is still here towards middle. And a lot of utility now being spent here. Crush still on this plat. Nice flash to kind of stop that push from LDLC from coming in.
It looks like LDLC is going to go through drop now and try to flank middle through connector. Yep. Ivan's there, and he's the opper. He's not going to be able to hold down this push. He gets the first kill, but instantly gets traded by Alex, and this is going to be trouble for pro100.
Yeah, there's only one guy. It's Flarich here. He doesn't get a single kill. And that's going to be a 4-2 now. The bomb site's taking over. There's a guy on the flank. It's Crush, but he would need to be doing some magic here from get-go. He does get one eventually, and Alex, for some reason, just stays for the duel. Now it becomes a 1-on-2, but with Kenzor just 32 HP left, it doesn't seem very likely for him. He's just going to pick up the op and try and save it. But again, just LDLC playing
6-0.
Yeah, very slow from LDLC, taking over side hall. Eventually creeping towards the B bomb set and make it into an A split through drop.
That was a nice call from Existence to sort of build on what they did earlier. Last 2 rounds, they hit B both times, so naturally pro100 would be a little wary of just watching out for the quick B hits. We see Ivan instantly rotate towards B, leaving Flarich as the only defender towards A. And then obviously that turned out to be a fake. LDLC smartly venturing into connector through drop. There was no one from pro100 holding that, and Ivan was the only one holding window in connector. Obviously got caught completely off guard. Was kind of happy, must have been happy to get 1 kill with the op-CZ combo in that situation, but instantly got traded, and there just wasn't anything pro100 could do at that point.
That is very true. You do want to see pro100 maybe play a little bit more aggressively, try to cause fights with LDLC before they get as much map control as they have so far. Now, it's a quasi-buy for pro100, still having that op from previous one. Have they spent all their money? They have not. We will have money in the following round to be able to do things, but as we can see now, it's Ivan here. Ivan, aggressive, alone with the Max 7 in side hall. 3 players towards the B bomb site. Flarich just spotting middle right now. And LDLC once again just working their way through slowly, progressively, taking over more map control to be able to see what the CTs are doing. We have now sent 3 players towards that A bomb site. It's going to be Ivan with the first one, the Max 7, making it work. Takes the AK-47 to go along with that. And decides to fall back, group up with his teammates.
50 seconds on the clock. LDLC still reasonable map control, but Crush has pushed aggressively towards B, and now LDLC are aware. Alex must have communicated that aggressive smoke from the CTs. Flarich is going to see Maniac any second, and he looks like he should have the advantage through the smoke. And finally sees the Swiss player there, gets the kill. 5v3 now, and this should be impossible for LDLC given the time constraint.
Barring any crazy individual performance of LDLC, it's going to Flarich, gets the kill. 2 in the way, all 3 go in the way of pro100. That's a clean sweep for them. And welcome to the scoreboard, pro100. They made it work.
That is what they needed to sort of start building some money. We saw what happened to Yumu in the previous game. They won one of the rounds, but then instantly lost after, and that just destroyed their economy. So that's not what you want to have happen on CT. You need those flawless round wins that pro100 just got the first of, and that's hopefully going to allow them to build some bank going forward. But still a lot of pressure on them. LDLC still tons of money, flush with cash. They've got about 6K on average between all their players, so at least a couple of buy rounds worth in a worst case scenario. Now, as they're setting up for a B hit here in drop.
Finally, pro100 managing to take the plate to the tees, playing aggressively, getting that first pick before LDLC had too much ground to play with. But it's going to be LDLC responding with a B play. They've taken over drop. Alex is all the way and tries to flash, but kind of, it doesn't work out as well as it should have. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade in the advantage of pro100. Make that a 3-on-1. And that's going to be the B push just getting dismantled right now.
Yeah, there's just no answer at all from LDLC. pro100 were ready for the push and set up nicely. Now the last man left is Toinu, gets taken out by Kenzor, who it appears survived because of a missed molly in Chicken Coop. Yeah. It was a bit of a blunder.
A couple of misses there from LDLC, honestly.
By LDLC, 6-2 now, and this is the point where maybe pro100 start, getting into the game now. They've got some money on their own. LDLC has less. Still enough for one more weapon round if they even get the bomb down, maybe even without it, depending on the money situation on pro100 side, how close this round is. And they once again send people towards B aggressively to at least take some control in that side. But look at pro100; they got 3 players towards the A side from the beginning of the round, with a bit of a flash setup with Ivan and Flarich as Crush gets a spray through the smoke in B platform to open up the round. LDLC walking in the middle, but Ivan's ready for existence with the op. Gets a second kill on the Maniac. Surprisingly, existence, by the way, opping over Tainu so far on Cobble here.
Maybe it's a map-specific thing. I don't know.
It could be. I mean, he likes opping. I'm told he used to be a very, very prolific opper.
Even though he has a massively high sensitivity, as far as I know.
So 2v5, Crush gets his second kill of the round by platform. Tainu's the last man standing in. There really isn't anything he should be able to do. Kenzor once again closes out the round with an off kill.
The money's
3
building.
rounds now on the board.
The money's really building on pro100 as well. Well, it's going to be a tactical pause here from LDLC. I think it's a good call. They've lost 3 in a row now, quite convincingly as well. It's good to take a bit of a pause.
No, exactly. You want to make sure that you've at least got some ideas. Now, what has not been working is trying to control beat platform early on in the round.
Yeah.
That's where LDLC have lost their players on 2 consecutive rounds. Crush has really slowed them down there, gotten some early picks, just as LDLC have been just trying to gain map control. So that's something they're going to have to adjust for. And I'm surprised they didn't use the op to try to at least hold off the angle before the smokes rained in. Excluding that, I mean, I think LDLC were just too fast on trying to get map control in the past couple of rounds. That's how they got traded so early when pro100 were using their very first smokes and first nades. So maybe slowing it down a little bit before trying to gain control of the B long platform area. I think that's the key to stopping what pro100 has been doing so far, because that is what has allowed them to over-rotate into the A side so quickly in both of those rounds that pro100 has stopped LDLC in A.
It's very true. Now we saw the coach of LDLC and Existence having a chat there to try and figure out what to do in the coming rounds. I think you've definitely hit the nail in the head there, slowing things down a little bit more, trying to try to force pro100 to use their utility early on before LDLC does anything. I think that could definitely be in their favor. Now, it is a bit of a half buy here coming in from the French guys. Or from, well, they're French, but then they're also British and Swiss and whatnot.
And Belgian.
Yeah.
Fast push into B. Let's see. This is how they won the earlier rounds. And they only sent Devil. The rest of LDLC are setting up for a smoke attack. Crush is still hiding by the stairs, and surely he's just gonna mow LDLC down now. Gets his third kill of the round. Kenzor misses a shot, but Def is there to clean up. Existence last man standing gets taken down. It's 4-6, and I think we can definitively now say that those fast B pushes are just not working. Crush is just having a field day.
Yeah, indeed he is.
Against LDLC towards B platform.
Yeah.
So it's certainly time to do something else from LDLC. And now let's see what Existence can come up with now that he's finally being challenged. The first game, he did what was needed, but he never really saw anything go wrong. Now this is a
to have a massive half here for LDLC. They need to win like 3 straight up buy rounds in a row to be able to break the bank for pro100.
Yeah, the problem so far for LDLC has been that they've not even gotten close on these rounds that they've been losing.
Indeed, but it's going to be a trade here coming from the teams. A kill in the side hall, a kill and drop. Things slow down once again. It's actually going to be, again, LDLC group him up towards the B bomb site. They're trying to play mind games here, trying to make it seem like LDLC is just working towards that A bomb site, but
look
instead,
at this.
it's going to be...
has pushed all the way in towards the end of B long once more. Now, LDLC is going to send 3 players towards drop, but if Crush gets this kill on the Toinu, this is round.
Exactly.
And there comes the kill. Toinu is not at all ready for that, and now LDLC are just surrounded from every direction. And pro100 should be able to clean this round up. But let's see. Existence in a key position, but Kenzor hits the shot on the Maniac. Existence trades is a 2v3. Crush is still on platform. And LDLC need to get a kill here fast.
They definitely do. But
Existence taps away, doesn't get it. Crush with his second kill of the round. Devil last man standing. Gets the first kill, but gets caught in a crossfire. Ivan the Terrible. History reference game on point.
There we go.
Gets the kill, and that's the 5th straight round for pro100.
It comes down to that big kill.
And by the way, the closest round to LDLC have been in 2 rounds where they killed 2 and 3 people. Otherwise, they've either killed none or only 1 person. Everybody on pro100 is flush with cash. LDLC has none. And frankly, with the way this is going, with LDLC unable to adjust to any of what the Ukrainians are doing so far this half, it's looking like it could be an 8-7, 9-6 half.
Yeah, it could definitely be that way, considering how it's been working out. See what they have to offer this time around. Again, they're going to be taking over that A side hall. This LDLC slowly taking it over, but there's not going to be any CTs nearby. They're playing actually very passive on the A bomb site.
Problem for LDLC is they're not actually attacking the problem, which is once again B long and platform control. They're just avoiding it, which makes it very obvious for pro100 what is coming. Though for some reason they actually have 3 players. 3 players towards B currently.
Yeah, well, the bomb is dropped. Yeah, the bomb is down towards those B halls, but it's now started to make its way towards mid. Where we see 3 of the LDLC players taking their spots right now.
Flyerich is going to spot the terrorists right after the smokes.
Toino's going to be... Yeah, Toino needs to be on point here. He needs to win the first...
smoke coming
he needs the first kills.
Let's see what the Latvian can do. He's the key player for this pro100 defense. Gets the kill on Existence, who's not ready for it. Gets the second kill on Toinu. And things is going from bad to worse as Ivan gets a kill as well. Devil now, the former Envious member, last man left in this round. And it's not a good look. He's got the bomb, but he's surrounded by opponents every way he looks. He might be able to get the bomb down because pro100 are playing very safe. But beyond that, it looks like it's like a gargantuan task for him to pull off this round. And is that a molly into the site? Oh, it is. Devil needs to hit the shot, but he can, and he's gonna burn alive. Gets his head shut off right before the molly finishes him.
Yep.
6-6. LDLC not any closer to actually winning a round.
I mean, obviously, Flyerish made a massive difference maker. They're getting 2 kills close to side hall, but would Toino taken the other side of the stallion there, the wall, he could have maybe get that first pick, and then that would have opened up the whole bomb site. LDLC could have been looking at a very different situation, but Flourish getting those 2 kills, making a massive difference in that round.
And it's another round where if Existence had an AK with the way he was pushing through the smoke, I think he gets that kill, and I think that probably wins them the round. He's been opping every chance he gets so far, and I think he's gotten 0 kills with the op. So that's definitely been a failed experiment so far this half.
Now LDLC going back to try and push that long corridor on towards the B bomb site.
Unfortunately, they have 5 players there, and this is going to be a fast rotation.
Yeah,
we already see Flourish rotating into connector, where he's going to see Existence any second now. Easily gets the kill. But Maniac and Devil get kills in B, and this all of a sudden looks like a winnable round. Flourish gets his 2nd of the round. He's down to low health, gets his 3rd headshot of the round. And it's just Toinu left, but Ivan's holding the angle, crossing into the site.
Well, and it becomes a 1-on-1. Toino there. Still got plenty of time. Minute left. He has a bomb. Ivan just needs to hold an angle. He's holding the right angle, but he zooms out.
Switches at the wrong time. That's a rough timing for him as Toinu gets the kill. Finally wins a round for his team. That was after 6 straight losses on the terrorist side here. We'll see if LDLC can leverage that into something else going forward, because this is just not enough.
Well, LDLC answering after losing 6 straight. Finally gets back on the board, takes a lead of the game, 7-6. And let's see, it seems like they're going to be going for fast B play here. However, the bomb is still at mid, but
and
Alex and Devil.
Once again, Crush is just destroying LDLC. Alex is gonna die any second now. He goes down. And it's a 5v3 once again.
Indeed it is. Ivan here ready and gets the kill. The bomb is down towards connector as well. Toino now in a 1-on-5 situation. Not much he can hold for. He goes down. It's 7-7. LDLC's, well, money situation is not looking great either. So could very likely be looking at 8-7.5 here for pro100 on the CT side after going down, what, 6-0 in the beginning of the half. Quite remarkable.
And no money for LDLC now. Now, we praised Existence for the right calls in the first game. I think it's time to,
reel back a little bit.
Exactly, because this has been a terrible calling job. They basically got gifted the 4th round with just the, the cheap B rush against the weak utility CT buy. And since then, they've done absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's very true.
It's just been a garbage half from LDLC from that point onwards.
Yeah, pro100 to be on point individually as well, and that has to be pointed out. They've just been getting the multi-kills time and time again. Devil trying to force his way to the platform. It's going to be crushed once again, nullifying those ideas. Ivan as well chiming in. That's the early advantage going the way of pro100, and now LDLC trying to group up and regather, see what they can get out of this. Ivan though is ready, he gets the kill as well through the wall or the corner, and now it's all but over here. It's very close to being, and there we go. Kenzo with the last kill. It's an 8-7.5 for pro100. Who would have thought that happened in the after the first 6 rounds of the game?
Really good play by pro100 overall. They lost the pistol. They lost the 4th round partially as a function of having force bot in the 2nd round. They couldn't afford proper equipment until the 6th round. Now, that was the final round that they actually wound up losing, and that was already closed. From that point on, it was all CTs. We see here they won 6 rounds straight, lost 1 that came down to a 1v1. Had Ivan not moved, he would have hit that shot as well, but it was just poor timing on his part. Toinu obviously managed to get that kill through the door.
I think the one thing that really defined that half was how Crush was just saying no on B plat, and that when LDLC just had no dice in that part of the map, they were kind of forced into playing a lot of the defaults through middle. And
the problem is they still kept sending people there to die. There was just, they couldn't just wait it out, use some utility and force Crush back. There was just nothing they could do with that. And it looks like pro100 are going for a fast BA split through drop. But look at this. LDLC's running right into the stack. This is a massacre.
It is a massacre indeed. And now there's another CT in a roll of hurt here towards B bomb side as well.
Existence, the last man left, and he's going to be wrapped surely here by all the terrorists. Ivan gets the kill easily. Existence is back, and the final 2 CTs are so far away. We see Devil in connector, Maniac on the flank. Ooh, Devil almost connecting through the wall there, but this would just take a huge individual effort from one of the remaining or both remaining CTs to win this round. Pro100 are very neatly set up for this. It's gonna be really hard for them to bring this one back. Devil connects on the first kill. That's on Crush. Flourish is still low on health. It's not impossible, but there are no kits. Maniac gets a headshot. Now this is the kill the Devil needs to get, and it's not gonna go down. Ivan gets the kill. Maniac has no kit, already almost running out of time. Oh. And now officially he realizes that. He's gonna fall back, save his armor. And that's gonna mark the 9th round win out of the previous 10 for the Ukrainian side. And
yeah, it's been a sick run.
Just been a fantastic turnaround ever since LDLC got the early good start. Curious to see if the Frenchmen go for the force buy here.
Well, they seem to be doing so. Upgraded pistols, armors coming in, spending all the money they had. And trying to force to play on a pro100. Excellent string of rounds for them from the Ukrainian side for sure.
Toinu and Existence both saving, not buying an armor, so they could both be offing on the first weapon round. That's what it looks like from the looks of it. Not sure I'm fully on board with that, considering how that experiment went in the first half. I think Existence got maybe 1 shot off in all the times that he bought an op, 0 kills. Let's see, Kenzor is down to low health, got 28 left. It's a 4v4 situation, so there's hope for LDLC yet in this round. We got Existence holding in the A side, Maniac down in the middle. Maniac is likely gonna be the first one to see action. Crush currently holding by the stairwell in middle.
Yeah, I mean, in case pro100 just goes together, they should be able to trade these kills and be in a very advantageous situation here. Actually, they're just going to get an opening kill. No trades from LDLC coming through. It's going to be Maniac in a position to get a kill. Gets 2, actually. Might be on for a 3rd, but a flank comes in from Crush, and that's going to make the difference. Devil alone here on the balcony. Just waiting for people to cross the bomb side. It's going to be Flourish coming in with a neat headshot. And with 2 alive, does pro100 survive that force buy from LDLC?
It's surely going to have to be a save now from the LDLC side.
100%.
Gonna have a reasonable buy in the first round. I don't think either Toinu or, let's see how much money they're gonna get, 2.5K. So they're just gonna be able to body armor up with no utility, both Toinu and Existence, if that's what they want to do. The rest of LDLC are not gonna have a lot of utility for the first weapon round, assuming pro100 take care of business here. And that opens up the possibility for a quick B hit, like what LDLC did to start off their terrorist side. Oh. Now the only terrorist towards A is Death. He's scouting the area. The rest of his teammates are taking control of B as we speak. Alex, though, is going to be able to get a free kill on Death.
But still, as you said,
it's only a Mac 10, so
yeah, doesn't matter much.
That's not going to do a lot for them next round.
That's Might a great scouting weapon.
That into kills this round, though.
Indeed, here comes the flourishing LDLC through the connector.
Alex gets his 2nd kill of the round.
Yeah, kills
and then away from everybody just gets completely run over. Ivan gets a double. He's up to 21 kills now.
Indeed,
so let's see. Double ups coming in as we expected for LDLC. Both Toinu and Existence. Basically no utility. There's nothing on the LDLC side. If pro100 went for a B push now, I don't think LDLC would have any chance of stopping it. Surprisingly, they don't realize that, considering they saw the full force buy on the 2nd round. They're instead just playing it slow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those little things you kind of need to pick up on. You know, what was the kind of, how did the CTs buy after losing the first round? If they force bought in the 2nd, you know, this first weapon round is more than likely going to be less utility. Hence, giving that option to play a little faster. Existence, though, again missing a shot, having a nice angle. He's going to fall back, and seems like pro100 is just going to commit on this push straight away. And the 4-man rotations coming in from the B connector. And they're just stuck there right now with the molly just come in, and they made their way to the balcony. Again, it's down to Existence here. He moves away, just at a long time, but it's going to be Alex getting 2 kills. But the pro100 just trades them away. It's just
Alex,
a back and forth,
Alex is saving them now.
Yeah.
But he also goes down, and pro100 know where Toinu is. Gets naded a little bit, but doesn't hit him too well. Crush, though, Crush is gonna be on the flank, and he's gonna be able to get the kill now. And that's surely going to be around 1 taps Toinu. Devil last man standing in a near must-win scenario for his team.
Ooh, I'm pretty sure Fire just spotted him, did he?
Well, if not before. This is such a tough spot for Devil, who also has no utility whatsoever. Also no defuse kits.
Indeed, yeah. Somehow Devil needs to be able to isolate this into 2 individual one-on-ones. The great position from pro100 guys. It's going to be Devil going down and get another round going the way of pro100. And the money again in the bin for the LDLC side. So they're going to have to take one more hit and save.
Pro100 have looked very, very promising throughout this game. And if you really think about the rounds that they've won, they lost the pistol, they lost the first weapon round on CT side, and after that they've been almost flawless. I mean, they're 12 out of 13 ever since that 6-0 start for LDLC. And admit it, like I would go as far as to say that's all thanks to LDLC's tactical mistake. I don't think LDLC rushes B 4th round if
feels kind of ironic to say that, right?
If pro100 had the utility, if they just saved instead of going for the second round buy. LDLC now on CZs.
Oh. pro100 just
listen, a lot of mistakes have been made in this game. Mostly by the Frenchmen. Surprisingly, because you would think they would be the more experienced and better tactically prepared team out of these two.
You couldn't say the Central European team at this point.
That's what you would think.
Huh?
But pro100 have definitely showed up in full force.
Curious to see. I mean, you have 4 players here from the CTs towards this B bomb site, and Alex is pushed up in middle. So they do have intel that, you know, most likely the push is probably coming towards that B bomb site. But as I say that though, Existence was on his way towards that A bomb site. Now Crush goes to plat. He reclaims that after that great CT half, but this time on the T half. They're just taking their time, trying to look out for the CTs. He's gonna find one. Toino goes down. There's another one there. Clean sweep from the guys from pro100 right now. But instead, when I say that, Maniac is gonna be able to get 2. Gets an AK-47, but he gets surrounded. And that's all she wrote for Maniac.
Crush is just crushing people in the B platform area.
There we go. Just toying with words, am I?
Again, 2 kills there. 13-7. Looks like a tactical timeout. But it is one of those scenarios where you just wonder if it might be too little too late. They've really had no answers thus far. Now, the one thing going for LDLC is they'll finally have more money to work with in this next round. But at the same time, they wasted quite a bit of money, especially Devil, who we see only has 4,900. He even bought an armor with his CZ the previous round. So one of these situations where, you know, maybe it would have been worth only upgrading the pistol, maybe going for the P250 instead of a CZ to make sure you at least get to play some full weapon rounds. We saw in the first half what difference just getting a couple more grenades makes for your CT half.
Indeed. I mean, a couple of big issues in the defense so far, again, has been the lack of hitting shots. You had Existence on that off, peeking down middle, having a clear shot, not connecting, then being on the back of the bomb site, and the T's being able to get all the way to the bomb site. The rotation got caught off, and eventually they just went down on the bomb site. The T's kept rushing in, and they managed to trade off the kills well. So the early peaks need to be taken into advantage for LDLC. Otherwise, if you let pro100 to come in with 4 or 5 men alive, you're just going to be in a world of hurt.
Double ups once again for the CT side.
Need to connect with those.
You really do. Last time was only Alex getting kills, and all of them from basically baiting 2 teammates in a situation where it was all but guaranteed to do well. pro100 quickly taking control of middle and pushing into B platform.
Yeah, Flyer is just the only one actually taking on middle, but he's going to go down by Alex straight from the get-go. In the meanwhile, though, like you pointed out, there's actually most of the T's are towards that B plat. It's going to be a Crush making his way, but Toino ready with the op, and finally we do have LDLC connecting some shots. Early 5-on-3 advantage. And this should be a one where they should be able to capitalize on this.
Bit of an interesting call or lack thereof from pro100. They seem to just send 2 players walking out one by one when they know the opposing team has ops.
Yeah, more than likely, yeah.
It's a bit of a weird thing to do, especially against the ops, because that is usually when you want to favor the execute. We got the cold Zero peek coming in the window area towards connector now. Luckily for LDLC, Maniac has just rotated out. Kenzor gets out of the connector though, kills Maniac. He's gonna see Alex there, but Alex gets the kill that could have been bad for his side. Ivan now misses the shot. Alex gets his 3rd kill of the round. He's had a pretty good showing so far for LDLC here. Unfortunately, he's been just about the only one as Tainu gets his 2nd kill of the round. Finally, LDLC on the board here.
You would want to see pro100 do like a heavy execute in that round, you know? Just a plunder of smokes everywhere. Flash is just trying to get up close and personal with that possible AWPs. But instead, like you pointed out, they were just trying to peek dry and get him pieced out of the map one by one.
And you also don't know how prepared they are for that, because that would have been the round where you do the slow B execution, you double molly chicken coop, and then if you actually get control of the side, LDLC can't retake because its X-distance isn't off. So it's all about just, you know, blocking off everybody in connector and beyond and getting the bomb down very quickly with map control of the bomb side area.
Indeed.
Obviously, you know, like you said, they went in dry, didn't work out at all. And now pro100 under some pressure given the money situation.
It's very true. Now, mid-control maintained, or taken over by pro100 rather. Existence and Alex are trying to play aggressive inside, but now we see Existence actually fall back. Again, he's on that up. We need to see him actually be able to utilize it and get some kills on the board. Well, as the bomb is still in B Palace, it's kind of the things here. They're just like pro100 is just looking for fights. They're trying to create a man advantage before they commit to either of the bomb sites. But the time is dwindling down. It's only 55.
No, they are just walking around parts of the map looking for aim duels. LDLC smartly not giving them any with the way they've been going so far in this game. Existence now holding the most aggressive angle towards A.
Yep.
Got a neat little setup here. If Existence gets the first kill,
this is a
tough spot. Barely escapes, but he's still going to be able to hold that spot. That's going to keep the setup alive, because the terrorists are going to run after Existence, which is going to give Alex a chance. But Existence keeps missing shots.
Keeps happening and happening. It's Glue Fry, 2 kills, but Alex with the 2 of his own. But again, the trade's going in the favor of pro100. It's just literally, I mean, if you have that AWP in those positions, you need to make it count. Otherwise, just money thrown out the window, basically. As out of position are the 2 remaining LDLC players. They should be actually thinking of just saving these weapons, but considering the scoreline, they might have to just force themselves into it. But instead, they do actually favor going back and trying to save these weapons.
So a couple things went wrong this round for LDLC. First, Existence missed 2 shots where he frankly should have been able to connect. Let's say he only makes 1 of them. That completely changes the round, because that slows down pro100 coming up from side hole. Now Maniac, he was completely caught off guard as he peeked from connector. He didn't realize the Flarage could already be looking all the way there from side hole, because Alex was playing that very passive angle that allowed him to get those 2 kills, effectively baiting Existence in that position. But that Maniac simply seemed to be out of that. He wasn't aware of that setup, and he was caught off guard. And that really was the kill that swung the round in the end. Because if he survives, then that's a 3v3, and that's a fair round.
Yeah, it's very
but
winnable.
once it's a 3v2 instead, with the bomb headed into the site, pro100 had such a good setup for the potential retake. And this is now the do or die round for LDLC.
It certainly is, and it's going to be one with a bit of a quasi-buy once again. A boost up on the plat, but it's going to be Ivan ready for Tainu to take that peek. And now there's an op there, but a smoke from Devil. He should be able to recover the AWP.
Ooh, Crush does a lot of damage through that smoke.
And the AWP
Devil
is
down
still
to just 22 points of health.
Still hasn't been taken by the CTs either. It's still free for the taking. Again, now this is going to be a drop take here coming in from the pro100 guys. Unless they're looking for it. Instead, they actually just got to be taking things slow.
Alex smartly falls back towards the A site. It looked like he was going to be going for the push as pro100 group up back towards A. But if LDLC keep 3 players in B, there's just no way that they're going to win this round.
Indeed. Just letting Alex right now sees that in his hand. Just maneuvering around that wall. Not going to be able to get kills.
Somehow
damage inflicted.
Somehow stays alive for the time being
exactly.
until Ivan finally kills him. Devil 20 points of health. There's no chance for LDLC in yet another round.
Very convincing for pro100, has to be said.
So this is now 15 of 17 straight rounds for pro100. This has been a super one-sided game as Existence loses his weapon to Devil, now the last man standing. Has been very one-sided.
It definitely has, isn't it?
For pro100. And there is the last kill coming in for Crush. Game point, 15-8. The winner of this game goes to playoffs as the top seed of Group A, so guarantee themselves some prize money in a top 4 placing. And LDLC just the weakest buy, about 2K, 2.5K to buy with how many rounds? Yeah, 2.5K to buy with for most of them. Almost no money saved, basically. So it's just upgraded pistols and armors, little utility. And pro100 now going for the B hit. Fast abuse of no utility to stop it.
Indeed. Obviously, pistols can be very dangerous from Claw range. Devil here, just waiting, but it's going to be Def getting the first one. It's getting a little awkward here, trying to just dive through the smokes, playing around him. Crush on the mom side.
Crush is on the flank. This is surely going to be the round. Takes out Existence. And that's a dominant win for pro100, all things considered. So
yeah.
if we think back to that game, LDLC won the pistol because pro100 bought the second round. They knew that LDLC knew they'd have no money for utility on the force, so they went for the fast B push with the Mac 10s. Somewhat of an easy round for them. Pro100 had nothing to answer with, and from that point on, it was all Ukrainian.
Yeah, it definitely was. No, they were just a step ahead in all departments of the game, individual, team-wise, decision-wise, and yeah, the LDLC just being shut up. It's kind of weird watching the first game where they just seemed like they were just many levels ahead of Super Yumu. Now to just be out-skilled in all fronts against pro100. So does that mean we have 3 layers of teams there, or was that just one-off from LDLC or one-off from Yumu? Who knows? I mean, obviously, the upcoming game is going to kind of tell us what's going on there. I'm not sure what's going on with the losers game of the first half of the first group, but
well, the interesting thing about all of this, right, is I was one of the people. Also, my brother, I think, said the same.
10-10 right now between Super Yumu and Conqueror. So that, very interesting.
That the first opener could have been the final of this tournament. Now, obviously, that can no longer be the case with pro100 booking a playoff spot.
Yeah.
That means one of Super Yumu and LDLC is going to be sent packing very early on. And like you said, it's actually tied between Yumu and Conger, the Finnish team who made it through the qualifiers. So that's an elimination game. A lot of pressure for Yumu, who are, you know, at least a top 2 team. Yeah. Top 2 team in Finland currently. We see the stats here. Flarage, the top performer statistically last couple months for their team, but Ivan really was the carry in this specific game.
Yeah, from an individual perspective, I mean, all of pro100 were very good. I mean, everyone was contributing. They all had their moments where they managed to get big ones. I think we're going to an interview.
Thanks, I guess. I mean, we didn't catch our game in the start. We were losing like 6-0, and then we had like a bit of rough time to catch the game back, and then we just come back like 11 runs in a row or something like that, and then everyone was hyped up, and that's why we finished the game, I think.
What does it mean to win the Group A?
I mean, LDLC are favorites of the tournament, so it was, I mean, it was good to win them. So we will play the second of Group B, and we'll meet them only in the final. But there is also other good teams on this tournament, like Havu, Norse Academy. So I don't know what will happen, but we will do our best to win this tournament.
Oh, right. How are you going to spend the rest of your day today?
Today? I mean, we waked up at 8 and just went to train to get there. That's how we did it.
All right, congratulations once again. And on that note, it's time to head back to our commentators. Yle puolella, mennään studioon.
There we go. pro100 coming out on top of LDLC. I don't know, was kind of unexpected for me. Like I said, the sample size for me on pro100 is very limited, if anything, honestly. But they were definitely on point.
I just like the fact that I've brought the word sample size so much into CS scene that you're now using it.
Congratulations, there we go.
That is something.
Feel proud? On that bombshell, we're going to go to the commercials now, and we'll catch you for the next one.